Hello, my lovelies. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome to Royal Amethyst Acres. All right. I hope that everyone is doing fantastic today, and I hope that you are all bunkered down for get yourself a drink and a snack for the day, for the afternoon, and we will get started. So let's see here. Hello, Chris, Yellow Rose Homestead. Hey, Paul at Dutch Off-Grid Homesteading. And hello, Papa Z. Hello, Anne-Marie at Big Dreams Homestead. Hey, Linda, PG Nano Farm in the house. Awesome. You guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I will say we're probably still going to have issues with buffering. I apologize for that. We have discovered that what's going to happen, or what's going to need to happen, is that I actually need a new power supply unit for my computer, which is part of the reason why you probably hear the background noise. This sounds like moving parts. It's because my webcam is sitting on top of my desktop, and it needs a bigger and better power supply unit. So, Denny over at Random Mini Farm and Forge said, well, you could try this because this is probably what's going on. And so I can pick one up. I can get one off Amazon for about $70, $70 or $80. I can't remember the exact price on it, for a 1000-watt PSU. And so there you go. I'm actually learning some computer stuff. One of my goals, right? I'm learning. So, I hope that everybody checks out each other's channels here. Make sure you stop by and give my mods some love, because they absolutely deserve it. Hi, Amy. No, YouTube, I have YouTube reminders on for absolutely everything. The bell is rung for pretty much everybody's channels, and I never ever get notification. It drives me crazy. So I've actually resorted to setting an alarm on my phone, which doesn't work, by the way. So yay, one more thing. But it'll be okay, because well, we're just gonna hustle harder 2020, right? And that's the way it's gonna be. So hello, Mama Z. How are you? Okay, so since I've got your attention, I would like you guys, if whether you pray, whether you send energy, vibes, whatever it is, I'm asking you to please send prayers and good vibes to Papa Z, Keith from Mama Z's Texas Kitchen. He has some family illness, and he really absolutely needs the prayers for their family. So please, please, please keep them in your thoughts and prayers. Also, Chrissy, my boo, is sick again at Along the River Homestead. And she's probably not going to be here because she's better be at the doctor. She's supposed to have an appointment, so she better be at the doctor. All right, so got that out of the way to start with anyway. I will remind you at the end. I actually made notes. Are you proud of me? Yay. Okay, so there have not been any uploads with video content from me. And obviously you guys understand that, you know, there's the reasoning behind that, and that is the fact that, you know, my phone is broken. That's what I use to record my videos. However, I did actually try to record on my webcam from my desktop, which you're getting now. but when it records, it sounds like I'm in a tin can, and I don't want people to think that I'm in a, that I'm trying to play hello telephone with, the tin cans and the string. It just sounds terrible. So I do have a GoPro. I have a GoPro Hero 5 Sessions, which is this guy. However, I have to be able to control it from my phone. So I don't know if I'm recording or what I'm recording if I try to use this without my phone. Because what happens is it acts as a second camera, as a screen actually, and I can watch that on my phone as I'm filming to make sure everything's all good. So I have a very old tablet. This guy is an Ellipsis. Yeah, he's like 5, 6 years old, something like that. He's old. So, you know what, Amy? Actually, we've tried using Tony's phone with the GoPro, and for whatever reason, his phone will not connect to the GoPro. So, just kind of stuck without it. Hopefully, I have received a few donations, and so hopefully not too terribly much longer. That combined with what I'm getting saved up, I'll be getting a new phone. So I am extremely appreciative of everything that I have received. I can't even tell you. Like I'm so appreciative of it. So thank you to those who have sent me donations. Any denomination, I guess. I don't know what in the hell is that anyway? Like nomination? No, not nominate. I don't even know. So anyway, anything and everything is accepted, and so very appreciated. So moving on. Okay. Oh, well, good, Anne-Marie. I'm glad. Yeah, you just download the GoPro app and on your phone, and boom, there's your second screen. So, hi, there's Chrissy. Yes, she's in the waiting room of the doctor. Okay. Okay, that's awesome. Yes, please make sure. Thumbs up, everybody. I would appreciate it. Denomination. Thank you, Anne-Marie. I can never think of the name, if it's the proper name or not. And it's just, my head swims a lot. Just gonna say that right now. My head swims. So, let's see here. Oh no, Linda, you said something about that yesterday, and darn it. Girl, what is it with you guys? We're gonna have to get you all healthy. What do we have to do? What do we need to do? Do we need to start coming and coming out and beating the sickness out of y'all, or what? Hello, the Tinker's wife. How are you? Thank you for listening. We appreciate it. So very much do I appreciate this. Okay, so as you probably could tell by the title of the chat was whether or not have I met any of my goals yet, have I even started any of them, and I'm going to give you a 13-day in, almost a full half month, but so 13 days in, and yes, I absolutely am meeting some of my goals, or at least on my way to getting there. So, as you guys know, I did the Vision 2020. I made the collaboration Vision 2020, and I've had quite a few responses and people doing that, and I so appreciate it because it's fantastic to see so many people and what their goals are and all of that fun stuff. So I love to watch other people, and what their goals are, and how they get there to actually meet those goals are just it's amazing. So I hope that it gets passed around and everybody does it, or as many people as possible does it. I really, really want to see this collaboration succeed and go as far as it can go. So, in order for me to attempt to meet my goals, I decided that I was going to type out my Vision 2020 and all 20 goals. And I have actually done that, and I printed them off 2 copies. One for right here at my desk, and one is hanging right on my refrigerator. Hello, Stacy. How are you? The other half of Yellow Rose Homestead. My beautiful Stacy lady. Hello, Jim. Green Dream Project. How are you? Okay. Now. Hello, UT33200. How are you? Oh my goodness. Thank you for being here. I haven't seen you or talked to you in so long, so I'm interested. How is the family? How's Angel and your beautiful daughter? Okay, so this Vision 2020. Have I started it? I have. Hi, Brian. Les Hills Homestead. Make sure you guys are checking each other out. Check if you don't know each other's channels, please. And even if you do, go give them watch time, guys. Give each other watch time, because I'm telling you, YouTube's gonna put a nail in the coffin here before too long, and we're not gonna be able to. There's just not gonna be any growth from anyone. So we gotta support each other and give each other watch time. So. Hi, Shayla. How are you? Making lemonade from lemons. All right. Well, want to know whether or not I've started or actually accomplished anything? I'm having a little bit of coffee. Sorry. Awesome. That is so awesome to hear. I am so proud of you. Push forward. My motto this year is Hustle Harder 2020. So we're gonna do it, right? We're gonna meet these goals. We're gonna do it. All right. So this past week I have been extremely busy, and I did actually figure out on my tablet. Finally got Marco Polo to download, so I'm able to be back on Marco Polo. Woohoo! That's like my lifeline anymore. But I get to talk to amazing people on Marco, so I love it. Anyway, I'm not on it as much as I was on my phone because my tablet is, it's much bigger. It's just not very portable. So, all right. City business. Getting stuff done. It is absolutely cool. Moving forward on a lot of things and pressing forward to find information on how to get some of our projects done. That's so very, very important. I believe very, very strongly in the future of this city, whether it be, 1 million people or 10, it doesn't matter. It's still important. It's where I live. It's my home, and I want to attract people to come and visit, come and, build a house here, that kind of stuff. Well, hello, Shelly, TNS Dogs and Dragonflies Farm. How are you? I am so glad that you get to catch me even for a little bit. It's awesome. I'm very, very excited and happy to have you. So, you know what? UT, yes, you absolutely. This guy is growing. He and Angel are growing like all of the time. It is great. You guys do an amazing job, and I I commend you. I do. Like I am, I'm in awe of you. We're not worthy. So I'm working also then on learning how to write grants, write for grant money. We are receiving, obviously we get we get monies from the casino winnings or the casino taxes, whatever. I can't remember exactly what that is. But anyway, we get per capita. So, we don't get much, but it's a little bit and it's enough that it helps us out. So, that is what we recouped the costs for our park fence with. This last year, I had a park fence put in, and that was almost $8,000. So that'll tell you right there. a fence is not cheap. It is so not cheap. So he's a pepper pusher. Yeah, that's right. He is. Oh, I know, Linda. You know what, Linda? You are the one that introduced me to him. So, like, to his channel. So, yes. I thank you very much. All right. So, grant writing, good to go. I'm going to learn. I'm learning, and I'm researching, and we've got great projects on the horizon. So. I'm very excited for our future. Now, well, hello Tina, how are you? That is awesome that you just saw that, but that's okay. I mean, it's great. You saw it. I'm glad you're here. I'm very happy to have you. Okay. So, I got a fortune cookie. I don't know, a while back, not too terribly long ago. And my fortune in it was something I kind of needed to see, and why I kept it, I thought, oh, it needs to be a reminder. Well, it kind of got pushed and shoved under some other stuff, and I just found it again today. And so I'm going to try to keep this in mind, and I think I might just tape it up to one of my monitors. But the fortune is, act as if it were impossible to fail. I think that's pretty good advice. So I am going to tape that somewhere where it's visible, and I might even type it out and print it off and just plaster it everywhere, because I need all my mottos for this year, because I've been very, very down, and today was no exception. This morning was really, I was crazy depressed, very blue. And I got to thinking, okay, no, you cannot change a situation if you continue to repeat the cycle. So, I changed out my my Scentsy Pot wax here in my office, and oh yes, absolutely, Amy. The fortune is, act as if it were impossible to fail. I think it's awesome. So I put some lavender and cedarwood Scentsy wax in my gnome Scentsy Pot, which is adorable. I'm not going to pick him up because I'll spill everything, but he's adorable. And I love fairies, gnomes, and little things, froggies and all kinds of stuff. That's right. That's so right, Anne Marie. If nothing changes, nothing changes. So I have to change my thinking process and the way I think before I can make anything positive. Yesterday was a really bad day. This morning, I started out that way, and it was not until I found that fortune again, and I'm like, you're doing it again. So, oh my goodness, Amy. That would actually be kind of funny. Hello, Lynette. How are you? 13 Moons Homestead. Oh yes, and also when you guys are checking out each other's channels, make sure you're checking out like Etsy stores and all kinds of stuff, because as homesteaders, we try to supplement our income. We try to get money wherever we can, right? To help pay the bills and to, try to continue to live the way we want to live. So make sure you're checking each other's stores out, storefronts, websites, all that stuff, because like Mama Z, she makes some amazing jelly. And Lynette has beautiful, absolutely gorgeous hand-dyed yarn and, just fiber, I guess. But you definitely need to check out each other's stores and whatnot and buy what you can where you can. So, well, hello, Missy at Wiccan Chickens Homestead. How are you? So, okay. The reason we're here. What on this list have I actually accomplished or started to? Okay, well, my number one was to grow YouTube. And that has steadily grown. Now, for whatever reason, my subs are just, they're hovering. They're staying between 365 and 370. Today they're at 370. And I'm hoping very much so, but I have to put out more content. Again, that'll come with time. And as I get my equipment replaced or upgraded or whatever. So it kind of halts it just a little bit, but it'll be okay. However, since January 1st, from January 1st through January 12th, I've actually gained 157 hours of watch time. That is a significant amount of time in 12 days, 13 days. I mean, that's amazing. And I couldn't have done it without all of you guys and my friends that are, watching my channel throughout the week and the days. And I mean, it's crazy. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my own words. So, because YouTube you start losing time. So my anniversary date was the 9th. And so from the 9th, so on the 10th, I actually I've been losing the time, from the previous day for 2019. So, however, I'm still at 806 hours for the last 365 days, and that is an amazing number. I'm that much closer. So, so YouTube is growing. It is. I think steadily. And as soon as I can get, as soon as I have the ability to move more, push more content out, I think it'll be much, much better. So I think it'll grow at a quicker rate. But I have to get to that point, and slow and steady wins the race, right? So now, that was my number one goal on my Vision 2020. Number two, I should say, that I've actually decided on. I've actually made concrete plans for. Oh, pardon me, goodness. Is actually my goal number 5, which was I wanted to have, I wanted to raise 100 meat birds throughout the year, for myself, for our family, obviously, and then increase my chicken game, my egg game. So I want to up the ante there. So I have actually decided exactly what I'm going to do, like exactly what birds I want. So that's part of the step to get there. I'm very excited about it. Okay, so for my meat birds, I've actually decided that I am going to get the big red broilers and Cornish roasters from Murray McMurray Hatchery. They are literally an hour, just over an hour away from me. So they're very local to me, and they are very good quality. They're amazing. They are an amazing home, like a mom and pop company, really. So I am absolutely thrilled to be able to support that. Being a private business owner myself, you know. Okay, so now to up my egg game, to sell at market or just to sell privately, as well as personal use. But I'm also going to order from Murray McMurray Whiting True Blues and Whiting True Greens, Americanas, and Salmon Faverolles. And I will be doing the butchering. Well, hello, Jane A. Hopeful Acres. How are you? It's lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us. So yes, I will actually be doing the butchering. I will be. I'm sure that Tony will help, but you know, he doesn't really know. I mean, it's been so long since I've done it. I haven't done it since I was probably 8, 9 years old. So it'll be a learning process for me all over again. But how many hundreds of YouTubers out there, homesteading channels, you know? I'm sure I can figure it out again. I'll just have to go back and watch a bunch of channels when I'm ready to actually butcher, to dispatch. So, but I do know how to do it. It's just getting back in the saddle again to do it. And then also for more eggs, I already have a sapphire gem. Actually, I have and the rooster is a sapphire gem. Yeah, he's going to be going to the chopping block with the first round of meat birds, because I cannot have him. He's actually calmed down a little bit. Basically, I put the kibosh to that real fast. I stood up to him and I said, and basically told him, no, we're not having this crap. I'm the boss. I'm the alpha. You don't like it? See ya. You keep doing this and you're gone. But I think he's probably going to go ahead. I'm probably going to go ahead and dispatch him then when I dispatch the first round of meat birds. I don't really need or want a rooster. And I know that sounds really bad, but I'm having issues with the fact that he's crowing, and I'm not supposed to have a rooster within city limits. So that's right. There are too many nice roosters to keep a mean one. You are correct. It is. It really is. The struggle is absolutely real. And I love you back very much. I can't tell you how much. So, Lynette, I do. And that's why I decided to go with the colored eggers that I did. So, and the salmon faverolles are actually kind of a cream colored egg. They're supposed to lay a cream color. So, right, Amy, absolutely. So, I already have, like I said, I already have the sapphire gem. I have a female, I have a hen. Her name is Ethel. I also have Lucy is my Midnight Majesty Moran, and she is beautiful. Or Lunette, I'm sorry. Lunette, Luna, whatever you want to call her. Lucy was Lou. Or I should say, Lou, the rooster, was Lucy. Because I thought he was a hen. That turned out to be not true when he started cock-a-doodle-doing. And he does it at all hours of the day and night. He's crazy. Amy, I think you're probably right. That's why I'm not going to really have too many. I won't have very many of each breed. But that's why, and with the Midnight Majesty Morans, the French Black Copper Morans, which is what Sergeant Pepper is. She's the French Black Copper Moran, and then Molly is a Prairie Bluebell Egger. So, but with having the Midnight Majesty Moran and the French Black Copper Moran, they're dark brown eggs. They're beautiful. They're absolutely. I wish I should have brought some in to show you, but they have turned out. Their eggs have turned out absolutely gorgeous, and I want to say that actually, I'm fairly certain that Ethel, the sapphire gem, I believe she is laying. But I'm not positive. I'm not sure if it's her or if it's Molly, the Prairie Bluebell Egger, because the color of eggs is not really it's not really blue, but it's not really green, and so it could be either or, and they're not very big, and so that's why it kind of makes me think that it's actually my sapphire gem that's laying, or I'm sorry, my Prairie Bluebell Egger that's laying, and not the sapphire gem, because sapphire gems are pretty large. They're hardy birds. So Jim, you are forever filling up bags with dirt or digging. That's awesome, though. Get it, boy. It's awesome. Amy, you are correct. Yes, I believe so. Most consumers are very uneducated when it comes to this stuff, and but it's funny because that's when you have to show them that no, it doesn't taste different, it tastes better. So what are you getting a feel for, Jim? Just filling up bags or what? Maybe if I come down. Well, hi, Roman. Deer Park Farmstead just popped in. How are you? Maybe maybe when I'm in Arizona next month, maybe I'll figure out a way to head 3 hours south of Phoenix to see you. And maybe we can help you fill bags and whatnot. I would love to come see your homestead. I would. Okay, so those are, and the eggs that are the blah. I just went blank. Okay, so the girls that I have now all came from Hoover Hatchery, which is also an Iowa hatchery. So, and they're in Rudd, Iowa. So I wanted to have like basically two of each. So I will have quite the flock, but I think that I think it'll be good. It'll be, yeah, I think it'll be good. It's going to be great, actually. It's going to be great. So, now, number 3, I actually have started, and that is my goal number 7, which was to build and grow our businesses. So, we've actually started expanding and growing anyway with Tony's business, Middle of Nowhere Studio. And what he's done, he actually just bid 2 jobs, 2 very large jobs, art jobs for airbrush painting, in case you guys didn't know. Anyway, he has bid out 2 very large jobs, and hopefully he'll get them. Oh, awesome, Lynette. That's fine. That is fine. Go. Yes. I'm so excited. You get to start your cleaning out the barn and moving forward, and I'm excited for you. And also, Lynette, I wanted to tell you that I apologize for yesterday. I was not in a very good frame of mind, so I was going to actually send you a message, but I'm going to tell you here too. So anyway, I love you, girl. So we've started expanding and growing these businesses, right? So he's got a couple of jobs that he has bid out. We're going to find out whether or not he gets them. I'm excited because that'll be a game changer for his business. I also have started out with, last month I became a doTERRA wellness advocate, and it was mostly, good, Lynette, I love you. Anyway, I really got into doTERRA just basically for good essential oils, to start making my own products. But I really want to grow that business as well, and start getting, you know, new wellness advocates, new wholesale customers, etc. Hi, Deb. How are you? Well, hi, Darcy, Smith Family Ranch. So, and please, everybody, make sure you're checking each other's channels out. Train of thought, where'd you go? Where'd you go? There it is. Okay, so I actually set up a custom link, and so I did leave it down in the description here in the live. There is I put all of my link information down in my live notes in the description. So there's, you know, my Facebook, Instagram, all my social media except my Twitter. I just got Twitter. I don't know. I got to put my Twitter account on there too, but yeah, I'm trying to up the game. So anyway, but my new I have signed a new wholeness or wellness advocate. Good Lord. I have signed up a new wellness advocate, and so I am super excited to see where she goes with it, because she, along with myself, she has the same kind of goal, and it's mostly to just use good essential oils in the products that she makes. So she's wanting to expand what she makes at home. So I'm excited to have her, and so she'll have to let me know if I can spew her name and let everybody know. Okay, and Misty has shared my doTERRA link, and I would love for you to go check it out. So I think we're growing that business I think I'm going to be growing that business pretty well. All right, now, the next one. Yeah, Twitter is, I don't know, it was just one more thing to add to the mix, and I'm like, ugh. Deb, that's okay. That is absolutely just fine. Lots of people, my goodness, I had some eggs. I had eggs earlier, and I'm like hiccuping and the whole 9 yards. So, there are so many successful Facebook businesses and users. It really doesn't matter. If you only use Facebook, that's okay. It's totally fine, honestly. Oh, Paul, that's awesome. Thank you for her. Darcy has a great channel at Smith Family Ranch. Yes. So you just joined. I have to find you on Twitter then, don't I, there, Roman? Anne Marie, you kill me. I don't tweet, twit, or twerk. Too old for that. Well, I am a little too old for probably doing a lot of that, but oh well. So, and while I don't, I cannot say that I am a sub for sub channel, blah, 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 blah. There's my disclaimer, okay? If you guys decide you want to check each other out and you want to sub to each other, more power to you. And I encourage it. So, all right, now, goal number 4. I'm actually hitting some of this stuff here. Okay. So, I've already, it was actually number 9 on my list, and it was to design, build, and plan out my potager herb garden. But I'm going to use herbs, flowers, and produce, period. Hello, Rachel. How are you? That is awesome. Hello back to you, and absolutely, yes, take care of your babies. We all need to do more social media, because that's how we're going to grow. Social media will help us grow on YouTube. So, Linda, I would love to see Anne Marie twerk. That would be absolutely hilarious. You guys are funny. Okay, so now I did show it before, but I'll show it again. So my potager garden, actually the design is laid out. It's what I want to do. And I don't know how well, let me see. I'm trying to get it. So I kind of wanted to go with a really cool architectural type potager. And so that is one of them that I've got designed out. Now, I've actually started planning. I have decided that there will actually be a theme to them. To like color, a color theme and scheme and the whole 9 yards. So obviously, being Royal Amethyst Acres, I want to keep it in purples and blues and purple, blue, and red, and maybe some pink in here and there. Obviously some white to set things off. So thank you, Shayla, I appreciate it. Thank you, Roman. Okay, so now that's those are the ones that I want to, that's where I want to go with the color scheme. I also want to do just an herb garden, and also an herb potager garden, and then obviously I'll have all my flower beds and all that fun stuff. And I have recommended this book, and you can get it in an English version, but it is La théorie et la pratique du jardinage. Now, this gentleman this is your architect for design, like garden design. He's had some amazing gardens, and there are a ton of designs in there. And the one that I really like, one of them that I really, really like, and I think will be able to pull it off a little more successfully at first, is this one. Now, my goal is actually mostly just the circle, you know, the spirals and whatnot. I'd really like to do that in, oh, here I actually have, so there's the spiral itself. This way, there we go. I really like that design. I just think it's simple, and I think it'll be easy to do. And for a first time out doing a potager garden, I think that'll be good. But oh, thank you for stopping in, UT. You absolutely are appreciated too. So thank you. Yeah, kind of labyrinth. There you go. There you go. My brain doesn't always connect thoughts very well. And that is because it's going 100,000 miles a minute. So, okay, now, I have actually decided, like I said, I've decided, and I'm waiting on my my catalog from Baker Creek. But with the first one, I am absolutely doing, like I said, color schemes in it. I just, I really want to do it that way. Amy, I don't know, it might be. I think he has it worse, though, he says. He thinks he does anyway. But here's the bad thing. Dementia is actually a thing in both of our families. So, it is scary. More so in his family than mine, but so we're very actually diligent about that. Yeah, those paint fumes do not help at all. All right, so I've at least started, right? I've at least started on the potager gardens. I've got the designs laid out, and I am getting my themes going, and so now my goal was actually goal number 10 on my Vision 2020 was to actually have all of my gardens planned out and designed. So what's going in them, the whole 9 yards. You forget nothing, honey. There's the hubby right there. Happy. Thank you for joining us. Yes, it absolutely is. It's a terrible disease, and as a nurse, I took care of Alzheimer's dementia patients a lot. Worked in several locked units, and it's very sad. It is extremely sad to see somebody's life and their entire lifetime of memories just take them away. It's absolutely horrid. And the thing is that not only does it affect the patient, of course, but the family really probably suffers the most because they have to watch this happen, and it's them that notices that they're being forgotten, their names are being forgotten, their memories of them are being forgotten. So you're a dude, okay, that's awesome. I don't care if you're a dude or a woman. I don't care what you are. I'm glad to have you here. Well, hello, Cluck Norris. I love it. That is awesome. Okay, so getting back to this. All right, number 10 was my planning out. I have all my gardens planned out by the end of January. Well, I have shared my design plans, obviously, with my food forest, which very simple permaculture food forest design. The FT is for fruit trees, the NT is nut trees. The circles in there with the bees in them are actually for various berry bushes, and then the smaller circles around those will be more of the underlying like your roots, so your very first layer of permaculture, of the 7 layers of permaculture. So I have an idea where I'm going with that, and the whole parameter was what is going to be filled out, or how it's going to be filled out, the whole 9 yards. Yes, hospice is an amazing calling. I have worked hospice. As a nurse, I have actually worked the gambit of healthcare. I really, truly have. But I have 2 places that really just kind of tear my heart apart, when I was able to work as a nurse. And that was, I loved long-term care and working with the Alzheimer's dementia patients. It was great. It was absolutely amazing. I loved it from the very beginning of having a patient or a resident till their very end, and holding their hand till the end. So, oh, hello, Abigail. I know who you are. Thanks for stopping by. I know you will love the purple part of my gardens. I know you will, Stacy. And yes, there will actually be some yellow in there as well, because yellow is the color of gold, kind of. But yes, and gold is royalty, right? So, anyway, that was the design for the permaculture food forest, and that is the one I am actually going to go with. And so I have every intention of starting that this year with clearing the land for sure. And I think as I go, what we're dropping, I want to actually just do hugelkultur on swales, because I have a very sloping area that it kind of goes like this. So it's just kind of weird. And I think the swales, I think doing the hugelkultur beds on swale will be really beneficial. So that is the food forest. Now this is going to be pretty solid for my my actual vegetable garden. Now this is pretty compact, and I don't know, it's I don't know how to explain it. But as you can see, I already have, like here, I already have rhubarb. I already have rhubarb planted there, but I want to make a whole nice big bed of it. Let's see, up here we have all of my raspberries and blackberries, my golden raspberries, that kind of stuff. strawberries and blueberries, because those are all acid-loving plants. And I want to kind of keep them in the same area so that I don't have to, so that when I treat, or not treat, but when I feed them, to give them a happy growing environment, that, you know, I can kind of keep it all in one spot and I don't have to be around the yard. So, but everything is laid out. I've got rhubarb, all kinds of beans and peas, obviously tons of peppers and tons of tomatoes, because I love those things. Yeah, it's actually, so this is pretty much laid out. It's done. It's solid. Now I'm going to start with seed catalogs to find exactly what seeds I'm going to put in. What genome and all that stuff. So I actually have a ton. Okay, Stacy, that's fine. Absolutely. Go drive, do your job, be safe, and yes, go Tigers. I'll let you have that one, since my hello, my daughter is walking in now. Please come in so you can introduce yourself to my audience, to my viewers. This is my daughter Victoria. So anyway, Stacy, I'm gonna let you have. I'll cheer for your Tigers. My my Cyclones didn't get in. Of course, they're in a different conference, but they're in Big 10 and not Big 12. So, all right. So that's the gardens. I think doing pretty good, really. You know, and going through the seed catalogs. Like I said, I'm still waiting on a couple of them to come in, but I can start really planning out and going through. Amy says hi, Tori. And Anne Marie says hi, Victoria.
Hello, people. Hello, people. I can corrupt JK.
I don't know if you heard her, but she says hello, people that she can corrupt. JK. Just kidding. Okay. So, okay, now I've actually started on the next one, which was goal number 11 on Vision 2020. But I have actually started to purge and organize. Not even kidding you. So, I have got probably most of my dresser. I just pulled out all the clothes. Nothing fits. Nothing. There's a goober in the background. I agree. Hang on. Oh, how much land do I have available or need to have? It's not too personal of a question. I didn't see it. I'm sorry, but addressing that now. So, we currently live on 2.98 acres. So we have just under 3 acres. Where I am planting and what I am planting is actually about, let's see, my garden is 6,000 square feet. So I think that comes out to like just about 1/4 of an acre. And then the permaculture food forest will be right at about just about 1/3, or if not 1/2 an acre. And then all the other flower beds and herb beds and stuff are around the house. They'll be around the house and whatnot. And I already have in my front yard, in the front of my house, I already have existing flower spots, I guess, because they're not necessarily beds per se. I would like to turn them into raised beds, and you know, be able to landscape it and make it look nice and whatnot. But I have one bed on the southeast side of my house that it's all going to be roses. roses, especially yellow roses, remind me of my grandparents, and that was a thing between them that was very special, and so I'm trying to carry that tradition on. My pop was very influential with me and gardening, whether it be flower gardening or just a home garden. I learned a lot from him doing the gardens with him. So I feel like that's how I can honor him. So yes, cutting down on the grocery bill, absolutely. I have a bed of nothing but it's all zinnias and hollyhocks, and taller flowers, lupines, that kind of stuff. And then I have one bed on the southwest side or southwest part of the front of the house that is it's all bulb flowers and bachelor's buttons, etc. So Chris, you guys are in trouble now. Chris is here. He's not driving anymore. Samuel, yes, I would love to. I'm going to attempt growing lemon trees. However, I am in Iowa in Zone 5, and citrus fruits don't really grow that well. So that is something that I will have to probably leave in a pot, bring in and out until it gets quite established, probably several years old, before I can put it in the ground. And even then, I don't know that it would survive. But I really do want lemon trees. I would love to have lemons, limes, and oranges, actually. So, but it seems that the citric fruits like that, they like their hot, humid weather. Seems like. So, all right, now, like I said, I started to organize and purge. So, I've started going through my dresser to get rid of clothes that don't fit, all that fun stuff. Bye, Roman. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. You have an amazing day as well. I actually got into our, so I've had mostly all of my craft stuff, all of my scrapbooking paper, all that fun stuff has been stored in my front closet in my front porch. I dug all of that out and it is all over the place in here. So, and not that you can really see it, obviously, because I've got the webcam up closer, but this place is a mess right now. It's a work in progress, but it's getting there. Strawberry plants do take very good care of themselves. They really, truly do, which is why I really, I want a lot of them, and we love strawberries here, so. You are too funny, Anne-Marie. Okay, now, so I have started that organizing, the purging, all that fun stuff. Another thing that I have started working on that I still don't know if it's going to be a go, but my goal number 20 on my Vision 2020, I want to go back to school, and I want to finish my my bachelor's degree of science and nursing, and I want to move on to becoming a holistic doctor of osteopathy. And run my own practice. So, absolutely, we welcome you with open arms. Thank you for being here, Happy. Appreciate it so much. So, yes, I do want to go back to school. I don't know if I can quite yet, but we'll see. I'm at least working on it. I did contact the Board of Nursing. My nursing license is inactive because I am not working currently as a nurse because I'm on disability for my brain injury. I have my brain injury, fibromyalgia, chronic migraine. Whoa, hello, dip in the surge in the electricity there. And there's various things, but I'm going to try to figure out a way to get around all of that. I believe very wholeheartedly in holistic medicine, and I believe in treating the whole patient, and in prevention versus treating a symptom and sending you off with a pill that is A, no good for your body, and B, just probably full of stuff that you don't need. Natural is always way better than anything synthetic. Obviously, there are times for things such as antibiotics, continuing asthma medications, things of that nature. So, but there is a time and a place for synthetic drugs, and most of the time it's not necessary. So, well, hello, Fermented Homestead. How are you? Thanks for being here. Oh, my husband just said his compressor kicked on. That's why there was a surge in the a dimming of the lights. That sucker takes a whole lot of energy to fill, let me tell you what. So I have contacted the State Board of Nursing for Iowa, and I was told that all I have to do as far as my nursing license goes is I need to pay my fee, my renewal fee, and that will reactivate my license. I have to go get my fingerprinting done, get my application done. I have to, because I haven't taken the mandatory reporter for abuse, for child independent adult abuse. I have to retake that. It's an 8-hour class. It's crazy long, but it's worth it. So I'll have to take that again. But you have to do that every so many years anyway. It's only good for like 5 years or something like that. And I think that's pretty much it, other than keeping up on my continuing education units or hours. I have to have 36 hours worth of continuing education, and I can actually find pretty much all of those for free online, through the nursing journals and all that fun stuff. So I'm excited for that. The only thing then after I get that, what's going to hold me up is my Social Security disability, whether or not I can actually do that, and if they would be willing to help me through that, because I know that it's they like to do that. They would rather get you 8 hours. What? I don't know what you're talking about, Jim. No, 36 hours. Yeah, it's 36 hours of continuing education. Deb, that is a Wallapini. And I would love to have one here. I would love to be able to build one here. The problem is that I cannot physically dig earth like that, and I don't have a backhoe. If I were physically able to do it, I'd just do it, but I'm not. And it's expensive to rent one as well. Oh yes, 8 hours for my class for the mandatory abuse. Yes, mandatory reporter for abuse of children, child and dependent adult abuse. It is a crazy long class. And the 36 hours is continuing education units or hours. So basically, I can get on. I can go through like a nursing journal, and they'll offer. I think Wild Iris is one site that offers a lot of free continuing education hours, and they are an hour long. They should take you about an hour to complete. So yeah, 36 hours. I got 36 hours to look towards, but that's okay. 50 hours for insurance. Yeah, that is crazy long, but the insurance as compared to nursing, vice versa. They're just two different. There's such different professions. So yeah, I would think that you, as an insurance agent, you're probably going to have to know a lot more law than I would as a nurse. So basically, if Social Security Administration says, well, we'll let you try, and we'll let you, figure out how to help you there, and I'm going to go from there. So it may or may not still happen. And yes, I still drink out of my nurse cup, because regardless of whether I'm actually working as a nurse, I worked my rear end off for my degree. And I will always be a nurse. Doesn't matter if I'm working as one or not. I am an educated nurse. So, okay. That is absolutely all of the goals that I've started, and I've got a jump start on that I think I'm gonna be able to get all of these goals met. I really do. I just have to act as if it's impossible to fail. That I guess that was not very. I don't know if you can. Ooh, that didn't focus very well. There it is. Act as if it were impossible to fail. And the other side will say hashtag hustle harder 2020. So, all right. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, and Misty, you've got exciting. I'm working with Misty on some exciting stuff too, so I'm excited for that. Like, really excited for it. It's right up my alley. Okay, you got what figured out? I gotta go back and look here, guys. I know, it's a great, it really is a great little line, isn't it? I mean, so you weren't here when I actually originally had introduced it. So that is out of a fortune cookie. And when I got it, I was feeling pretty low. And then I brought it home, and I don't know, it just kind of got buried in here in my office, and I found it again today, and I've been pretty blue, pretty down in the dumps, and just struggling really hard emotionally and mentally, and I had a real defeatist attitude, and so I found that again though as I was just prior to coming on here, and I'm like, I debated on whether or not I was even going to do my live today. I really did not know if I was going to do it or not. I was in that frame of mind. But as I was telling some people on Marco, that I'm like, nope, just got to pull up my big girl panties and get her done. So, old nurses never die, they just don't pan out. That's awesome. I have a mug. My mom still buys me all kinds of nursing stuff, like for little gifts, and she gave me a coffee mug a couple years ago that it was last year, not the 2019, but 2018 Christmas. She gave me a mug that said, nurses, we can't fix stupid, but we can sedate it. Emotions, yes. Oh, now I just lost it too. Okay, so emotions are basically, you start with your stressor, then your emotions are your reaction to your situation, to your stressor, and and then your next part is your choice, what you choose to do with that, and then obviously resolution. So yes, I do remember. And by the way, people of YouTube, let me just tell you, Chris from Yellow Rose Homestead, Chris and Stacy both from Yellow Rose Homestead are amazing resources. They've spent a lot of time in the law side of things, especially working with juvenile law, and Stacy was a teacher, and a very good one. So these two are a bevy of information. Like, they are a wealth of knowledge. Oh, okay, you're right. I did describe the stress cycle. I'm going to get it right one of these days, Chris. But yeah, it's you guys need to check them out. You need to they'll help you. They'll answer questions if they can, if you have. But Chris has a lot of training in dealing with very crappy situations with juvenile, in a juvenile detention center. So he was a trainer. So he definitely, he is a wealth of knowledge. So make sure if you need information, you need help, you get a hold of Chris at Yellow Rose Homestead, because he's gonna steer you right. He's kind of my big brother. Well, hello, Sean. No Acres. How are you? I am doing a lot better than I was, and I do have to say that I tend to my moods tend to really pick up when I'm able to do my lives, and my cat's not knocking stuff over. Demon is not supposed to be in here, but he is. He's naughty. So anywho, he's a brat. So where I was going with that, I don't know. So I have a lot of, I do still have a lot of work already ahead of me this week still. I mean, a lot of city business to do, a lot of just working hard to meet some of these goals. So, yes, they are always, cats are always knocking stuff over. Always. They are perpetually, like, yeah. I do not need any more kittens. Absolutely not. Excuse me. Anne-Marie, I've actually taken in 2 more strays, like, not in my house, but I feed them because I don't want them to be hungry. And as long as they leave my chickens alone, we are good to go. Mm. Yes. There is absolutely no shame, and it should. There should not ever be a stigma with having to seek out help and coping mechanisms from a mental health professional. There should never be any stigma attached to that. It is shameful. Excuse me. It is absolutely shameful the way that we treat people who seek out help. At least you're seeking out help. And that was, my live last week was all about, dealing with the stress, and when the depression and the stress and, the anxiety start to hit you, and when you feel like you don't have any more options whatsoever and you can't deal with it, you need to seek help. And I put all the information in the description with the National Suicide Hotline, the Veterans Hotline. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Like, I did my homework. Yes, they do. They absolutely do help. How are you doing? How are you holding up? So Papa Z is who I was saying we need to make sure we're giving him prayers and positive energy and good vibes and all kinds of stuff. It's his family member that is dealing with a really bad illness, and it's going to affect the whole family. So please make sure you send your prayers and thoughts and good vibes and energy work, whatever you do, send them his way. And I don't know, Chrissy must be in with the doctor right now. Yay! Hopefully finding out some answers and getting a referral. That would be great. Anne-Marie, that fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Sorry I didn't see it sooner. That smile is worth every penny, isn't it? It really is. It really is. And this is the thing, like, okay, I'm all about the holistic medicine. I really do. I think you need to treat your problems. You need to treat whatever you have. It needs to start at home, and it needs to start naturally. But when you get to a point where, there's a time and a place for synthetic drugs, for pharmaceuticals, and I do absolutely believe that people benefit from antidepressants to some degree, or anti-anxiety meds, things of that nature. When it's in combination, when it's in conjunction with good mental health care, good mental health practices, that you take on yourself, I totally believe in it. Absolutely. Because if you don't take care of your mind, your body, and your soul, you're not going to have a good life. So, that is just fine. Fermented Homestead. I buffer a lot. I agree with you. Every day above ground is a good day. I have to remind myself pretty much every morning, because I wake up not in a great mood, usually, and I just like, ugh. And I'm thinking, no, be thankful that you woke up this morning. So, ooh, Glasser's Choice Theory. I think you should do that. I've heard of it. I don't know exactly what it is, like all the details and all that stuff. So yes, you should do a video on that and put that in your series. You absolutely should. And yes, FYI, for those of you who don't know, Yellow Rose Homestead is doing a series on stress management. So it's kind of a mental health series. So please make sure you're checking their channel out. Anyway, what I was going to say was that I buffer a lot, and that is because I need a new power supply unit for my computer. At least we think that's what it is. So I'm actually learning, which was one of my goals, was to start learning more about the computer, how to fix it, that kind of stuff. So oh, Sean, I'm sorry. That is, yeah. That stuff is no joke at all. It's not. I also think that people get labeled with a lot of stuff that, like we're labeling our kids with, well, he can't sit still. By God, he's got ADHD and he needs to be medicated. Well, no, probably not. First of all, why don't we try behavioral measures first, and then go from there versus, just here's the answer, pop a pill. No, that's, we need to try other things first. I have not ever read Dr. Perlmutter. I've never even heard of Dr. Perlmutter. I will have to look that up though. I'll write that down so I don't forget. Dr. Perlmutter. So I will look that up though. I will look that person up. And so are they mental health? Are they who is Dr. Perlmutter? All right, love you, Amy. Yes, get that kid to hockey. Amy and her husband are hosting a kind of a foreign exchange type student, but he has come over from Czechoslovakia, I believe. And correct me if I'm wrong, Amy, because I can't remember. I want to say Czechoslovakia, but I don't know if that's right. Anyway, they have this foreign exchange type student he's actually here to try to get into professional hockey. So Amy and her husband are hockey fans, and they said absolutely, we will host you. And so it's kind of this is a thing that they do. I know on Mondays, usually around this time, is when she's taking him to hockey practice. So hopefully he has great luck and he gets picked up, because that would be amazing. But she'll have to fill everybody in maybe next week if she's here on her exchange guy, and tell you a little bit about him and what he's doing and all that fun stuff, because I don't remember all the details. That's unfortunately, that's been one of the side effects of my brain injury, is my short-term memory is just a little bit off. But a lot of that too is my own capacity for blocking my mental patterns of thinking, honestly. So that's right, the stress does get to you. And nope, PTSD is not a joke. That's terrible, Sean. I'm so sorry. I wish her so much happiness, and I'm certainly glad that she is now able to smile again. Yeah, hockey's okay to watch once in a while. It really is. I don't want to sit and watch it all the time, but it's kind of like, okay, I love football, and but I really don't have an interest in watching any team except the 49ers or Iowa State. I don't care for football if it's not my teams. Like, occasionally I'll watch it if it's not, but for the most part, if it's not my team's playing, I don't really watch. I also like Formula One racing, and I don't really ever watch that, but I can't handle NASCAR because I can't handle that round and round in the same circle over and over and over again. But I do love Formula One. I do like that a lot. Yes, that's all that matters, is whether or not she's smiling again. So obviously it's effective, and that's what it's for. So that's good. I'm happy to hear that. Very happy to hear that. Well, okay. I don't really know if there's anything else. Yes, I do get nuts about my... Oh my gosh. I swear somebody's going to end up locking me. They're going to lock me up. Hey, don't you black me about the 49ers. I love the 49ers. I have been a Niners fan, a diehard Niners fan for almost my entire life. Joe Montana did it. I'm telling you, Joe Montana. And what was awesome was that they got the so they got their playoff. They got home field advantage, and so they played for the first time for the championship at Levi Stadium. And now the Raiders got moved. So yeah, that was another team that I did like, was the Raiders, but the Niners have always been that red and gold. Niner Miner. Yeah, Joe Montana, like, the first football game that I really actually sat and watched was because of Joe Montana. And I don't know why, but I loved him. Absolutely loved him. Like, first of all, I thought he was just awesome as a ball player, obviously, as a quarterback. But, like, it was those beautiful blue eyes. That's what I'm like, woo! I kind of had a crush on him as a kid, so. Yeah, see? And you can't be disloyal, right? Yeah, I don't like the Sea Chickens. I do not like the Sea Chickens. And Linda is a diehard Seahawks fan. No, I can't do it. I'm sorry. And they got beat yesterday by the Fudge Packers. I don't like those cheeseheads either. My mom is a diehard Packers fan, and what was funny was, okay, my daddy is a Minnesota Vikings fan, and we beat the Vikings yesterday, or Saturday. It was awesome. Joe Montana was absolutely one of the best. Well, welcome back, Missy. How are you, darling? Go Sports Ball. Yeah, that's my husband for you. He does not like sports at all. Yeah, Sea Chickens just need to go away. So yeah, growing up, actually, our household was pretty funny. It was pretty tense during football season, because especially when the Packers and the Vikings played each other. Oh my gosh. My mom and daddy were like, they were like fierce enemies that day. Well, I'm sorry for you, though, for those who don't really like sports ball, as Tony says. So anyway, you are absolutely welcome, Keith, and thank you for being here. And I know you've got a lot on your plate right now, so love you, man. Take care. So anywho, a Lambs fan, huh? See, I've never been. I knew what you said. I knew what you were meaning by the Lambs. Yeah, I'm not a Ram fan either. Never have been. And my brother, my little brother, is a Chargers fan. Like, oh, no. And I also don't watch, like, I like baseball, but it's got to be Oakland A's. It's got to be Oakland A's, or I don't watch, and I never get to see them play. So I am not gonna get ESPN and pay for that crap. So. Oh, okay. All right, Misty. That's cool. Let's see. What other sports do I don't mind UFC fighting, like MMA. I like that. That's pretty cool. Not something I like to watch all the time. Oh, hook 'em horns, huh? I'm not a Longhorn fan. The A's are awesome, and they were the best when they had the Smash Brothers, when they had Jose and Mark. But yeah, they were naughty. They were very naughty. They did some things they shouldn't have been doing. But Jose Canseco was my favorite. He was my favorite ball player. And then Mark McGuire was right behind him. So, yeah. Saints and LSU. That's because you're from the South. You're from Louisiana. You're from that line, I should say. You're crazy. Well, you aren't, Chris. Stacy is. I know where you came from. You actually... Yeah, Chris actually was born in Connecticut. Or no, he wasn't born in Connecticut. He grew up in Connecticut. So I know that you, but you're just there for Stacy. You just go with whatever Stacy wants, because Stacy's awesome. All right. Thank you for being here for Men at Homestead. I appreciate it. And yes, get your stuff done. Gotta hustle harder 2020. Well, Missy, that's because you are in Ohio. Oh my, Sean. Okay. Makes perfect sense. That's too funny. Yeah, no, I'm the only sports ball fan here. Okay, Rachel. Yeah, I try not to go usually over an hour, and we're hitting like an hour and almost 40 minutes now. But as long as you guys want to talk, I'll be here. I'm good. I got all my stuff in, and wanted everybody to get an update on what was going on, and so anyway, we are here. I'll be here as long as you guys want me to. Whenever you guys are ready to say, okay, I've had enough, let me know. So I actually was kind of wondering too. what kind of seed catalogs do you, is there like a specific company you like to order from? Is there only one that you order from? You know, that kind of stuff. I like to use a lot of different ones, just because I kind of like to spread the love. But also, you know, what one company has may not be available at in another company. I am so ready to start planning. Holy cow. Oh, if I could just get rid of winter, I would be I would be on it like blue bonnet, baby. Because I don't have a greenhouse anymore right now. I don't even have a temporary greenhouse anymore. Last year, the winds took care of that. As you guys probably know, I've said it before. But now that that dog kennel that I turned into a temporary greenhouse is actually acting as my chicken coop until I can get my either my shed torn down and rebuilt, or a new shed put up there somewhere. I'm kind of stuck with it. So, Rachel, that's good. That's awesome. I would love to go to the Heirloom Expo. That would be so neat. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine what you, oh, wow. What you could have, what you probably ended up coming home with as far as the seeds go. Holy cow. Yeah, the Iowa wind and springtime was not kind. It picked that sucker up and flipped it over and twisted it and broke part of the top rail and just, ugh. I'm like, I cried. I cried. That is also on my list for this year too. Yep, is the greenhouse. So I actually have the ability, well, I have the opportunity to purchase a huge 30 by 64 greenhouse with, and it already has two 30 or 31 inch exhaust fans for it. I mean, that is, and the price is dirt cheap. He is willing to sell it to me for $2,500. I am not even kidding you. The fans alone would be worth close to that. So, yeah, it's, what? Promotion system, what is that? Does anybody know? Oh, am I frozen? Let me know if you guys can hear me or not. Okay. The catch is I have to haul it. Yes. However, he said that he would haul it for me. Yeah. Okay. All right, good. So does anybody know what this promotion system is? Because I have no idea. Now, that is, I'm not going to, that is my address. That is where, if you're going to send me mail, you have to send it there. So I'm not worried about that. Okay, good. Okay. Does anybody see the promotion systems thing though? I'm like, I've never seen that happen before. I don't know what that is. Yes, Deb, it is an amazing deal. So $2,500 for this humongous greenhouse, which is, so now I'm going to redo my, I'm going to redo my GoFundMe campaign, and hopefully I can raise the money to get this greenhouse, because this will be a game changer for me and going farm to market. Yeah, I've never seen it before either. I don't know what the I don't know what the heck's going on with that. So, does anybody else have this? Because now I bought mine, but I see a lot of channels are giving these away. And I would love, actually, I would love to do a giveaway at 500 subs, and then again at 1,000. But I want to pick something really cool for. I mean, and this is cool. Don't get me wrong. This is way cool. Yeah, I don't know what the promotion thing is about. I honestly don't know. It's just kind of weird. I have never ever seen that. So the building of the greenhouse. See, if I can't get the money raised for that, then I actually have I would like to build my own then, and I gotta find it. But if you guys have ever seen, if you guys have ever watched Justin Rhodes, I'm sure most of you have, and still do. Anyway, he had Jason from Sow the Land build him this Anna White greenhouse. These plans are actually free on the interwebs, okay, from annawhite.com, ANA-WHITE.com. And my goal is actually to make it bigger. So it's actually going to, instead of being let's see what they have it. I want to build this one to a 10.5 foot wide by 24 foot long. Not as, yes, that is the Nana White design. An improved hoop house. That would be awesome. I may end up having to go with something like that at first, if I can't get the money raised and saved up for the greenhouse. Either way, I may have to do something like a hoop house or a high tunnel type thing. So anyway, so back to the greenhouses and the Clyde's garden planner. So my idea was, if I have this greenhouse, this would be a lot more effective, this garden planner, I think. I would be able to actually start a whole lot more inside. And even if I could do a hoop house, I would just basically build the hoop house over my 6,000 square foot garden just to get stuff started and going. Because, you know, you can always roll those sides up or take the plastic all the way off, you know, whatever I need to do. So this spring though, so my last average frost is, I want to say, about May 3rd-ish. So I should be able to start planting, starting here probably about March and April. Most everything can be started in March around here, so I don't know. Oh wow. Yeah, I would I actually was looking at cattle panels and building a greenhouse with cattle panels. Um, but it wasn't. I mean, that's probably the cheaper option, even than building a hoop house at this point. But um, I just wasn't ever able to get. Um, I didn't have the ability to haul the cattle panels to back to my house. Is what the deal was. Um, Hopefully, here before too terribly long, our Suburban will be getting a new engine. So let's hope. Keep your fingers crossed. Pray. Cross your knees, your toes, your legs, the whole 9 yards. Yeah. See, you're lucky. I don't remember where are you, Sean? Yeah. See, my last frost date is between April 19th and May 10th, something like that. It's just weird. And then last year's weather was insanity, frankly. Um, I also have I have plans that I got, free PDF plans to build a 12 by 16 greenhouse. Um, so that, I mean, I've got plans for building a Eastern New Mexico. Okay, I've got plans for building chicken coops that were free. Um, yeah, so I'm hoping they'll be effective and they'll be cost effective. The one I really want to build is probably not going to happen. I would assume that'll probably cost about $4 to $6 grand just to build that particular one, but I can dream, right? Ooh, 4,300 feet. Wow. Um, okay, you're in New Jersey. Okay, I couldn't remember if you were on the East Coast or the West Coast, Rachel. So that is good to know. Um, you're also you're higher in the hemisphere than than I am. So, um, okay, Chris, I will. Um, but Missy, you could just build something small and temporary. That's all you have to do. Something that you can break down. Right, right. I agree with you, Sean. That's been kind of my whole goal anyway, is to recycle and source all of my as many recyclable materials as I possibly can. Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. I started collecting pallet wood, but I don't know, with not having the ability to haul anything, and have, like, I live clear out in the middle of nowhere, and I mean, excuse me. And Chris and Stacy can actually attest to the fact that I live in the middle of nowhere. They've been to my home. Um, and my home is a definite work in progress and a mess. Let me tell you what. But anyway, yeah, so I don't really have the ability to haul anything home. And that has been my biggest hang up. So I couldn't get the cattle panels like I wanted, and because I couldn't haul them, and it was gonna cost so much money to have it delivered, even from well, if I ordered a certain amount, then from the local lumberyard, home center, whatever you want to call it. But they're a lot more expensive. So it probably would have evened out, because But anyway, if I had ordered from them, they would deliver it for free, but I had to order a certain amount. Like so many pieces and this and that, you know. And then, but if I were to order from like Menards or we have a Menards and we have Lowe's in Ames, which is about 40 minutes from me. The delivery charges start at $59. Start. So I think for me to have all of the supplies that I needed to build what was it? Oh, it was to replace the floor and walls and whatnot in my shed to make it the chicken coop. The delivery charges was going to, I mean, they were going to be like about half of what I was spending. So it was like going to be like $125 or something like that, or $150 to have them deliver it. I'm like, good golly, you know? So air geothermal would be fantastic. Yep. And that's why I want the greenhouse too, Chris, is because I want to be able to grow year round. Because then growing year round, we have food year round. And then I would also still be able to do things like I could plant cooler weather crops. I can't talk, sorry. Tongue tied here. And I would be able to deliver fresh produce to like the restaurants or some restaurants, whatever, and then, you know, grocery store around here, that kind of stuff. That is very true, Rachel. That is absolutely true. People they get rid of stuff all the time. The problem, you have to be careful. You have to be careful, at least around here, because the stuff that people want to get rid of, they're getting rid of for free for a reason. And some of the stuff you really could repurpose very easily and reuse, but some of it really, most of it is just, it's junk. So I don't know, maybe that's the price you pay for living rurally. I could probably rent a truck from Lowe's, but what it is it's like $20, but then it's mileage and fuel on top of that. So I could actually rent one from a friend of ours lives about 5 miles from us, and he runs a U-Haul place, and so I could probably just rent a truck from him for a day on the cheap, just to go pick up a load of stuff. So yeah, it was the added expenses. I still have to put fuel in that truck and blah blah blah, so that was kind of the thing. That's the only reason I haven't done it. I actually had I had my eye on a greenhouse on Facebook Marketplace, and there was no way I was going to get to it in time. So, and I saw it yesterday. Yeah, I saw it yesterday, and it was gone within a couple of hours. So I was kind of bummed. But it was free. It wasn't it was just and all it was the frame, but it was a metal frame, and not the cheapy, like the green tubular ones. I've had those. And mine worked great. I think I spent like $25 on it. Just a little 4-tier rack. And it worked great for 2 seasons. Excuse me. But then I don't remember. The weather it didn't. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You got to be careful too. Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace and those kinds of stuff, those kinds of places are fantastic. They are. But you have to be careful. which is why I love, like, for us to do remodeling stuff, and I've found a lot of stuff actually. Is the Habitat for Humanity Restore. Amazing stores. I love those things. We have 2 of them in Des Moines. There's one in Ames, and there's one in Fort Dodge. And you guys probably don't even know where all this stuff is, but literally they're like no more than an hour away from me. So it's kind of nice. I can go to 3 or 4 different places, and it helps them. But then you're getting materials cheap. So, all right. So, is there anything else, you guys? I don't really have a whole lot of anything, but I can share with you some of my. I think I shared with you a couple. I think I've shared with you before. This catalog just came in the other day, and this is Heirloom Seeds, and it's run by Baker Creek. You do? Well, what, Chris? Spill it, brother. I really want to order these. I just think they're so cool looking, and their flowers are beautiful. Their pods are beautiful. I don't know. So I've looked through that a couple times. I haven't gone completely through Territorial Seed Company. Woo! Yeah, I love them too. They have some amazing stuff. And I've really, excuse me, they have some amazing stuff in this one too. Southern Exposure Seed Exchange. And the cute thing is, they got little gnomies everywhere. Oh, yes, you do know where those areas are, Chris. Most everybody else does not. Except, I know Linda's not still in here, but Linda does know where a lot of those are, because she's actually, her family is from Iowa, so. But page 39, I have to look at this. So they have some beans in here that, or not beans, I'm sorry, they are peanuts. And they are called, I think, Schronces Deep Black. But they are just neat. This way, Mandy. So, right there. I'm sorry. I'm not doing a very good job, am I? Black peanut. Those are cool. You did? You grew what? Did you grow the peanuts, or did you grow the dragon's tongue beans? Because I think those are so neat. So anyway, they've got a lot of cool stuff in this one too. I need to really get through it. I do have a Johnny's, and they've got amazing. They always have amazing flowers. And I'm a big sunflower fan. I like sunflowers, and I grow them every year. I grow those and hollyhocks and zinnias. Those are the ones I really, really love to grow. They remind me of my childhood with my pop. So, okay, all right, Chris, thank you. So Chris and Stacy and pretty much everybody in a Marco group that I'm in call me Mandy Kane. We all had Christmas names. I was Mandy Kane. And now Nathan from Samson Farms, like a brother to me as well. I love him and Johnny and Tempe dearly. Anyway, he calls me Manic, and he calls me nothing but Manic because of Just Another Mandy Monday. he started calling me Manic because of the, the Bangles song, which is what this is taken from, kind of. So anyway, he has called me Manic since almost day one. So there you go. I have a couple of different nicknames. I did get this one too. La-da! Yes. And this is another Iowa-based company. They started out in Iowa. So yeah, I'm really hoping to get Iowa-based companies. I'm still moving forward and working on the homesteading event that I'm wanting to plan for September for Labor Day weekend. So, yep, you're right, Missy. That's exactly why. The Bangles song, Manic Monday. So, and I was gonna try and do my own parody of it, but I thought, first of all, I don't write music very well. And second of all, I'm worried about copyright laws. Even though it's a parody, it would be a parody, which would be, protected under those laws. But I haven't done that because I don't know if it's worth the risk. So, anyway, because you can get huge fines for copyright infringement, and I don't want that because I can't afford it. I don't know about anybody else. So anyway, all right, absolutely, Rachel. We shall see you later. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And I actually think I am going to end this because it is 4 o'clock here. I've been on for just over 2 hours, and I feel like I'm hogging somebody else's time. So anyway, see, that agreed. I agree with you, Missy, in that whole a Weird Al style. Yeah, that's kind of what I was wanting to go with, but so anyway, I think I shall end this and talk to everyone later. See you all on the flip side. So if you haven't, 11 p.m. there, huh? Oh my goodness. Now you do know that Daryl and Sherry, Two Family Homestead, they had mentioned they weren't going to do their live tonight. Daryl is still very sick. So please, everybody, keep Daryl in your thoughts and prayers too. So, oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Tina. That is a great compliment. I appreciate that. So, I shall actually let you go. And so, wouldn't be me without saying it. I wish you many blessings for you, your family, and your homestead. And live from the earth and play in the dirt. And my new motto, Hustle Harder 2020. So, I shall see you all later, and thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Love you guys.